If you've never kept your chickens in electric poultry netting, like many of the big YouTube homesteaders do, then you should. They all tell you how it'll change your life, and it does, but not in the ways that they show you. So come for a walk with me and I'll show you how a typical day moving my chicken fence goes and why I'm not really a fan. One of the first things you'll work out when you start using this product, it catches on everything, even your feet. And it's not just an issue when you're moving the fence. And that's just the start of it. But it's warming up here this morning. I really need to get these guys moved so I can let them out of their coop. So bear with me, I'll get it done, and I'll come back and I'll show you the other things that really get on my nerves with this fence. Damn. Not sure how well you can see that. But one of the major issues with hard ground is these legs. They just splay out, and if you leave them like that, they'll splay out twice as bad the next time around. So you have to squeeze them back together, straighten them up, which seems fine, but you can only do that a handful of times, and then you end up with these ones. Then you've got nothing to stand on to get it in the ground. You got a flexible pole, can't really hammer on that. Hard ground. It's one of my really big annoyances. Well, it's not my biggest annoyance. I'll show you that in a minute. Alright, so the fence is essentially moved. The chooks are out, enjoying the new grass. I've wasted 3/4 of whatever decent weather we have here in the mornings this time of year. It's got to be 30 degrees out here already. But I've got one more thing. Probably my biggest annoyance with this whole fence. I'll show you. It's this here. Now, most people will know how an electric fence works. There's metal wires run through your horizontal strands, and they're connected to power on your unit. And it relies on an animal touching positive wire and earthing it out through their feet to the ground. Makes the current travel through the animal, gives them a shock. Pretty easy. If these wires are earthing out on the ground, through the grass, whatever it is, it burns a lot of current out of, in our case, a solar powered energizer, and it'll quite quickly run the battery flat. And I know a lot of people are thinking, you've got to go through and mow where the fence is going, mow the grass short, whippersnip it, whatever. I've been down that road. It doesn't work. Unless your ground is perfectly flat and you've got these things set up really tight, these are always going to be touching the ground somewhere. They never sit perfectly straight. If you could get them to sit like that, so that that second wire was up off the ground, great, it'd probably work okay, but it never does. They always fold over themselves, and somewhere around the fence they'll be touching the ground and earthing out. So as a consequence, even when we did mow where the fence was going, your units are always running flat. The minute you get a bit of overcast weather, because it just bleeds so much power out of the system that the batteries and the panels just can't keep up. So that's it. That's my thoughts on electric poultry netting. Take what you will out of it. I don't like it, not a fan, but it does a job. And I can't find anything else that will allow us to do the job that it does. Even with the electric current leaking through the system and the batteries going flat, that pulse of electricity from the unit, as weak as it might be, does seem to deter foxes and things from getting in, so we still run it. It's not as effective as it could be or as it should be, but it works. So Yeah, we are doing a few things to try and help with the hard ground situation, because breaking those feet off, you're just going to end up with an unusable fence, and yeah, that's not sustainable. I've got a video up here that sort of shows you a bit about what we're doing through our paddocks here, and I'm hoping that that'll assist with making it just a lot easier to pick the fence up and move it. Yeah, I'd love to hear everybody else's opinions on the electric poultry netting, what your experiences are. You know, like I said, the thing works. From that side of it, it's an awesome bit of gear, but it's just so damn painful. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.